Station 3, Bridge, Button 2. A bridge just ahead takes you over a small stream. It carries water from retention ponds that run between the park and the housing community to the west, into South Creek, and eventually into the Gulf of Mexico. If you are here after a heavy rain, you may relish in the sounds of falling water. As the water rushes over rocks and roots, it forms a waterfall. Along this small tributary, you can find smilax and grapevines intertwined with tall slash-pine trees. Several species of woodpecker frequent this area also. The pileated is the largest, reaching approximately 12 inches in height. Here too can be found the sable palm tree. For early settlers, this cabbage palm was the source of food and shelter. Today it's the official tree of Florida. As this water makes its way to the creek, it meets the state protective mangrove tree, extremely important to an estuary's ecosystem. They resist erosion, provide cover for young aquatic life, and contribute to the beginnings of the food web. Spend a moment looking in and around the water. You'll be amazed at the abundance of life just under your feet.
Here we have scrub oak. Myrtle oaks and other scrub-like oaks are found mostly in sunny, dry areas. There, Florida scrub jays rely on them for food, which are acorns, shelter, and nesting material. But here, in the relatively moist hammock and without fire to crop them, they are too tall and too few to attract the scrub jays. As we continue along, we come across a sable palm. Commonly called cabbage palm, Florida's state tree, was of great importance to early Floridians. The trunk was used by the Indians and pioneers for log houses. When cut into small blocks, it became a durable scrub brush. The leaves are used today for roofs of the Seminole chickees. The leaves are still used today for roofs of the Seminole chickees and can be woven into hats and baskets. The heart, called swamp cabbage, can be eaten raw or cooked. However, this kills the tree and should be discouraged.
Good morning.
Good morning. The live oak does not go bare in the winter like its cousin up north. It sheds only part of its leaves. The fallen leaves help to keep the soil moist and livable for crawling creatures. Spanish moss can cling to the limbs, and many small plants and animals live in its bark, and squirrels feed on its acorns.
Take a moment to feel the breeze coming off South Creek. This Blackwater stream is a tidal estuary. The water is brackish, a blend of salt water from the Gulf of Mexico and fresh water upstream from rain runoff. South Creek is a tributary of Blackburn Bay, which feeds into the Gulf of Mexico. The quality of our bays and gulf depend greatly on the quality of water coming from our upland rivers and streams such as South Creek. The park's natural landscape is an important buffer protecting the water quality of the creek before it enters the bay. In places where these natural areas are removed or diminished, water draining from upland can carry sediment, nutrients, and other pollutants to estuaries. As the water flows through these estuaries, much of the sediment and pollutants are filtered out. Clean water and healthy ecosystems play a major part in the quality of life for all living things, including us humans. Wetland plants and soils act as buffers between land and ocean, absorbing flood waters and dissipating storm surges. This protects upland habitat as well as valuable real estate from storm and flood damage. To learn more about the wildlife and recreational opportunities found in the creek, press the button below. This platform is one of the park's observation and fishing piers. The creek is host to a wide variety of both fresh and saltwater fish species, including snook, redfish, and mullet. Fishing these waters is a good way to relax and spend quality time in nature, with a few exciting moments if you're lucky or skilled enough to catch a fish. Along the banks of South Creek, herons and other wading birds feed on minnows and small crustaceans. Manatees and alligators can occasionally be seen floating by. Don't feed or bother the gators, and they won't bother you. Thousands of species of